What if I told you that one of Judaism's most beloved holidays started as a tax deadline? Let me tell you the fascinating story of Tu B'Shvat, how it transformed from an obscure administrative date into a celebration of nature that helped shape a nation.
Yes, but it's not that simple because while the Tu B'Shvat was set as a day for tithing trees, in other words, any fruit that blooms after the 15th of this 11th month of the lunar calendar and kept as a Jewish calendar, that fruit would then be considered the New Year's crop. Whereas the old crop would be anything that had ripened before that date. The actual date of giving the tithes, the first fruits, would actually be given in the springtime, right before or right about the holiday of Shavuos. And then there was a deadline of giving tithes, which was the first of the fifth month, which was El. There's a law that the first 3 years you cannot eat from the fruit of the tree. That new year is not Tu B'Shvat. That new year is actually the first of the sixth month, which coincides with the Jewish calendar new year called Rosh Hashanah. Because New Year's, according to Jewish calendar, is not necessarily the new calendar year for the counting the years, but it's a calendar year for different items. Sort of thinking about like fiscal year. You don't have to have the fiscal year starting in January 1st. You have a fiscal year starting in September. The Tithe New Year starts in the fifth month, which is basically for animals and for crops, and then we have the Arla New Year, which is the first of the sixth month, and we have the fruit that actually ripen. That is the 15th of this 11th month.
But after the temple was destroyed in 70 CE, these tax dates became irrelevant. That could have been the end of Tu B'Shvat, but instead it was just the beginning. Enter Rabbi Isaac Luria, the Ari. In 1570, he arrived in Safed.
First of all, they did not become irrelevant. They were always kept in the land of Israel, and there have always been people in the land of Israel. Also, you have to understand, why did they set the new year to be right here in the 11th month, the middle of the winter, for planting trees? It is because now is when trees start to bloom and fruits start to come. So we're looking forward to now the yield of the spring. So there is a celebration. Rabbi Yitzchak Luria lived in the 1500s. There is recordings going back to the 14th century in Germany of celebrating this Tu B'Shvat and eating fruits or dried fruits, and also eating pastries that are stuffed with fruits. The original stuffed donuts. If you have any questions, let me know.